solution at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com.
Hey folks, this is Arthur Seaton, Managing Partner at University Kia, here letting you know we are proud supporters of Alabama A&M University football. Stop into University Kia today and shop our large selection of new Kias, including the all-new Telluride 8-passenger SUV, the stylish new K5, and sporty new Seltos. Visit universitykia.com and view all our great offers and get pre-approved in minutes so you can drive home your new Kia today, because we want to see ya in the Kia. Go Bulldogs!
Hi everybody, Eli Gold here. Right now, indoor air quality occupies top-of-mind awareness for families and business owners. Rick Smith and the trusted professionals at Environmental Comfort Systems can take care of your indoor air quality concerns with their state-of-the-art indoor air quality solutions. Environmental Comfort's indoor air quality systems remove 99.9% of airborne contaminants so you and your family can breathe clean, fresh air. If anyone in your family suffers from allergies, or if you just want the security of knowing the air you breathe inside your home is free from viruses, bacteria, pet dander, dust, and odors, Environmental Comfort Systems are the professionals to call. Environmental Comfort also carries state-of-the-art, high-efficiency comfort systems that increase home comfort, keep humidity in check, and help you save money on your energy bills. Give my friend Rick a call or visit them online at envcomfort.com and breathe cleaner air today. Environmental Comfort Systems, Alabama license number 92314.
Welcome to the North Alabama Friday Night Scoreboard Show, presented by Woody Anderson Ford, with your host, Scott Tyson. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline now, 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Scott.
And good evening and welcome in to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. I'm Scott Tyson. It is playoff time in North Alabama. Folks, this is where the journey begins for the blue map. And we've got scores going final. Oh boy, we got a lot of games that have reached the finish line. And we're just going to start you right off with 7A, Class 7A, Huntsville making the playoffs this season, traveling down to Thompson tonight. Now remember, Thompson got the number 2 seed out of Class 7A Region 3. They went head-to-head with Hoover in the season finale. And it would be Thompson falling to Hoover. So Huntsville gets into the playoffs as a 3 seed, having to travel to take on 2 seed Thompson. And Thompson comes away victorious tonight, 34-0 over the Huntsville Crimson Panthers. The Guntersville Wildcats taking on the Fairview Aggies tonight. And that, of course, going to go the way of the Guntersville Wildcats. That is going to be in the Class 5A playoffs. Now, Guntersville will advance. Now, they have to wait between the winner of Southside and Ramsey, but Guntersville is through to the second round with a 24-13 win over Fairview. How about Hartselle and Buckhorn? That is a game our friends on 97.7 ESPN The Zone heard. Hartselle gets a 52-7 win over Buckhorn. And if you're looking at the brackets, Jackson Olin and Center Point, that is who I believe Buckhorn or Hartselle is going to keep an eye on. Jackson and Center Point, as Hartselle will move on into round 2. How about the Austin Black Bears and Vestavia Hills? That one has gone final as well. Vestavia Hills takes it 52-10 over the Austin Black Bears. That's Class 7A Region 4. Of course, Austin, the number 1 seed out of Class 7A Region 4. They were at home tonight taking on Vestavia Hills, and Vestavia Hills just too much in this one. They get a win 52-10. Hey, Lauderdale County, they were in the first round of the playoffs tonight. They were taking on Vinemont. Lauderdale County at home tonight, no problems with Vinemont. They get a win 41-7. How about Fife? Fife the Red Devils, the number 1 ranked team in Class 2A. Folks, they are a true contender in Class 2A. Red Bay making that long drive, and I mean a long drive from Red Bay to Fife tonight. Fife just too much at home. They get a win over Red Bay 55-8. Now, we're going to go through a lot of these classes as the night goes along, but we're just giving you finals as they pop up and pop in here on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. How about this one? Dora over Good Hope tonight, 34-6. So Dora is through to the second round as they get a win over Good Hope tonight. We'll fill that in the brackets there. And I got to figure out where we're going to put that one at. That's going to be in the Class 4A brackets. So Good Hope 6, Dora 34. And that is a big one because they have to await now between Rogers and Randolph. So whoever wins the Rogers-Randolph game will await the Dora Bulldogs. So we'll fill that one in as we come to it. Winston County and Cleveland. Winston County a win over the 50-14. Giles County over Brainerd. Those are Tennessee scores. 46-8. Another Tennessee score. Oakland over Shelbyville Central. 65-0. Let's dip back into Alabama scores. If we have any more final, I'm not seeing any more ones that have popped up that are final. We got several that are close to going final here. The first round of the high school football playoffs. I want to thank everybody for listening to us, all of our good friends on 105.9 WKLS in Gaston, Anniston, 100.1 FM WLAY, Florence and Muscle Shoals, and 97.7 ESPN The Zone in the Rocket City of Huntsville. Thanks for listening to us. So here's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to get you all set for round two. We're going to go over the brackets here in just a little bit. In Class 7A, we do know that Thompson got by Huntsville 34-0. Vestavia Hills over Austin 52-10. So it will be Thompson and Vestavia Hills in round two in the Class 7A playoffs. Decatur and Fort Payne. Oxford's taking on Gardendale tonight. Hazel Green was taking on Muscle Shoals. Parker taking on Clay Chalkville. So we've got a lot of great scores yet still to come tonight. Let's see here if any more games have gone final that I am looking at, and we do. See, Gunnersville win over Fairview 24-13. Trying to see if we got any more. Don't see any more finals going on quite yet here. Doesn't mean they're about ready to be done.
Now, have you reported on Coleman versus Gadsden City yet?
I've not seen that one. Which one and what do we got there?
So we actually have news that came in that the Gadsden City, this is from Max Preps, I'm reporting it, but Gadsden City varsity football team lost by forfeit against Coleman. So I'm still reporting for the reason for the forfeit. So if I find it, I'll keep you updated.
Wow, because when I checked that one earlier, Gadsden City was out in front of that one. All right, we're going to have to keep our ears down on that one. That is Gadsden City and Coleman. We'll have to keep our ears down to see what we can find on that one. Hey, we do have a final. Scottsboro over Brewer tonight, 45-14. Scottsboro at home tonight, no problem. 45-14 winners over Brewer. Another final, Mars Hill Bible. Of course, Mars Hill Bible, the number one ranked team in Class 3A. They get a win tonight, so Mars Hill Bible is through. They get a win 62-7 over Danville. Now, Mars Hill Bible will await the winner between Geraldine and Winfield. Falkville, a 42-7 winner tonight over Collinsville. Falkville now will await the winner of West End and Aliceville. Lexington, they're a winner tonight. They get a win over North Sand Mountain. So Lexington puts it on the board. They get a win 49-14 for Lexington. 49-14. Of course, that is in I believe that is in the Class 2A playoffs. We mentioned Fife over Red Bay 55-8. And a Tennessee final, Riverside over Loretto, 42-23. So those are some more finals coming across the desk tonight. Yeah, the last score that we had from Gadsden City and Coleman was Gadsden City was up in the third, 34-10. So we need to. We'll try to keep an eye on that one. Hey, I want to say another one that we're keeping a close eye on is Central Florence and Priceville. Keeping an eye on this one because the last time I checked in the fourth quarter, it's tied at 21-all between Priceville and Central Florence. Deschler, last score I had there, fourth quarter, all over Madison County in the fourth, 68-21. Has that one gone final?
I'm going to look at this Priceville game right now because it's in the fourth quarter and Priceville is up 42-28.
Okay, so Priceville has tacked on a few late touchdowns there in the fourth quarter to kind of pull away from Central Florence. And that one, of course, Priceville having the first undefeated regular season in school history for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting a new score update on the Gadsden City, but now it's saying 34-10 in the third quarter. So I don't know what the person reporting to Max Preps wrote that down, but I'm not seeing any news of a forfeit now. I'm seeing a new score, so I'll keep you updated.
Yeah, we would have gotten some stuff, I believe, from the Alabama High School Athletic Association if that would have been the case. So we will just keep our... Hey, Geraldine is a winner tonight over Winfield, 24-8. We mentioned that Geraldine game, 24-8. Geraldine goes on the road tonight. They get a win over Winfield, so that means Marsville Bible will take on Geraldine in the second round of the Class 3A playoffs. So we've got that one penciled in. We know that one. Lexington, we mentioned, a 49-14 winner over North Sand Mountain. Lauderdale County, a 41-7 winner over Vinemont. We've mentioned that one. Trying to scour here to see if we've have any more finals coming across. Some of the other scores that are just about ready to go final. Addison over Appalachian, 60-22. That one's about ready to go final. Etowah and Northside, keeping an eye on that one. 21s apiece in the fourth quarter between Etowah and Northside. Madison Academy cruising tonight over Phil Campbell. That one is just about ready to go final. Our friends over in Huntsville enjoying that one on 97.7 ESPN, the Zone 2. Pisgah in the fourth quarter over Hatton, 40-20. That one's close. Randolph and Rogers is about to go final. Randolph, or may just be going final, 54-15 in the fourth. Randolph cruising there. West Morgan and Westminster Christian Academy. Westminster's offense held in check tonight right now in the fourth. West Morgan on top, 27-7, the last score that we have there. Sylvania on top of Fayette County, 35-6. That's the last score we have there. That one in the fourth quarter. Let me see if we have any more finals. We do. Arab is a winner tonight. The Arab Knights, they knock off East Limestone tonight, 54-14. What a season it has been for the Arab Knights. 54-14 winners tonight over East Limestone. So right now, Arab awaiting the winner of, I believe, Jasper and Moody. So that is who Arab will await in their bracket, either Jasper or Moody. So we'll let you know who is going to win there. Priceville is a winner tonight. The Priceville Bulldogs notch a 49-28 win over Central. So Priceville is a win. Priceville, the region champion in Class 4A Region 8. They get the region title, and tonight they get the win as well. We got some more finals coming in. Sorry for that pause there. We got some more finals coming in. I was looking at them, but I wanted to make sure I got the 49-28 win there for Priceville. Now, they will keep an eye on the Aniana Haleyville score. That is who they will get next in round number 2. I did see a Bob Jones score come across my line, and it is Hoover 45, Bob Jones 19. So we just have one more Class 7A score to fill in, and that's Florence and Hewitt Trussville. But your Class 7A scores as of right now, Thompson 34, Huntsville nothing, Vestavia Hills 52, Austin 10, and it's Hoover 45, Bob Jones 19. Of course, Hoover led by longtime Florence head coach Wade Waldrop. Wade Waldrop guiding the Hoover Bucks now, and he guided them over Bob Jones tonight, 45-19. All right, it's 9:26. Let's get our first break in here of the evening. It's the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show presented by Woody Anderson Ford.
Here's Bobby White from Woody Anderson Ford on their service department.
President's Award winner 2 years in a row. That's only given to the top 10% of Ford dealers in customer satisfaction. So we're very proud of the service department. And our body shop. If you happen to get into an accident, which not a lot of people just want to go down and see a body shop, but if you get into an accident, award-winning body shop. We have the state-of-the-art paint booths back there. They're waterborne paints that we use, friendly for the environment. We've got our production system, the way things are in and out. We have the fastest cycle rate in town of getting your vehicle in, getting your vehicle out, and assured that it's fixed right. We take pictures before it's wrecked, and not only after, but we take it as we're putting the parts on. All done to above industry standards. So I'm proud of our body shop too. Don't forget our parts department. So if you don't happen to need parts, performance parts, or just parts if you're a weekend mechanic.
Woody Anderson Ford, located at the corner of Jordan and Sparkman, as well as Hughes Road and Madison. You can also check out the great deals at WoodyAndersonFord.com.
Chapman Commercial Realty, your source for Alabama commercial real estate. Chapman Commercial Realty has the experience and expertise you're looking for when making commercial real estate decisions. If it's office space, retail space, investment property, or project development, Chapman Commercial Realty is your answer. Call Bill Chapman today at 256-656-8413. That's 256-656-8413. Or find them online at chapmancommercialrealty.com.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time, or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. Flickering lights and hot switches can be annoying, but they can also signal a major problem, or worse, an electrical emergency. So play it safe and leave it to the experts at Mr. Sparky. Trust our team of professional, clean, and friendly electricians. We'll get it done right and get it done safely.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888 8-SPARKY.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in the respective state or county.
The Huntsville Sports Commission, a not-for-profit organization, is driven by the love of sports. November brings some great sporting events to the Rocket City, including the AVCA Fall Collegiate Beach Championships November 4th through 6th, the Gulf South Conference Soccer Championship November 3rd through 6th, and the NCAA Division I Regional Cross Country Championships November 10th and 11th. For the love of sports, the Huntsville Sports Commission. Find out more at huntsvillesports.org.
Two main Maids and a Mop. That's all you need to know to clean house. Two Maids and a Mop is an award-winning company, bonded and insured. Hire them for yourself, or they have gift cards if you want to make someone else's day. Find out more online at twomaidshuntsville.com. A maid service worth talking about. Two Maids and a Mop take care of everything. They supply all the cleaning equipment needed. Call 256-883-6243. The only finger you'll need to lift is the one to call them.
Hold your block until the whistle blows.
From SEC Media Days to the National Championship game.
This was a great team win.
We are 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Hi, good evening. Welcome back to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show presented by Woody Anderson Ford. It is round one of the playoffs, and what an entertaining night it has been. It's been a tough night, though, for our North Alabama 7A teams. Before I get to that, I do want to get to a final that's just kind of popped up. Aliceville over West End. Aliceville gets a 62-13 win over West End, and the reason why I bring that one up is because Falkville in the Class 2A playoffs was a 42-7 winner over Collinsville, and in the brackets, Falkville now advances to take on Aliceville in round 2. So that is why we bring that 2A matchup into play. All right, we mentioned it has been a rough night for our Class 7A teams. Thompson, a shutout winner over Huntsville tonight, 34-0. Vestavia Hills over Austin, 52-10. It was Hewitt-Trussville on the road getting a win over Florence tonight, 38-20. And Hoover over Bob Jones, 45-19. So, as we mentioned, it was a tough night for our Class 7A squads. Now, Decatur and Fort Payne has gone final. Jared Adcock and the Decatur Red Raiders go on the road tonight. They were the 3 seed in Class 6A Region A. They were the 3 seed in 7. They get a win, 31-8 over Fort Payne. So Decatur now awaiting the winner between Oxford and Gardendale. And that'll be a round 2 matchup. And let's go, I tell you what, let me go inside the numbers here real fast on the Decatur Red Raiders, because Jared Adcock has been doing this for quite some time. I want to go in there and see. I believe this is Decatur's first playoff win since 2018. Decatur has not had multiple playoff wins since 2014. So last year, Decatur got into the playoffs with a young squad. They lost to Clay Chalkville in round 1, 42-0 last year. This year, Decatur, though, they get a win in round 1 of the playoffs, 31-8. So congratulations to Jared Adcock and company. They get a win in round 1 of the playoffs. They are just awaiting that Oxford Gardendale winner. Muscle Shoals, a big winner tonight over Hazel Green, 58-8. Muscle Shoals, I believe, is awaiting the winner of Parker and Clay Chalkville. Let me just double check on that one. Just want to make sure that I'm letting everybody know that is the right one. And yes, indeed, Clay Chalkville and Parker. So Muscle Shoals is going to have their hands full in the second round as they await the winner of Clay Chalkville and Parker. That means Hartzell is a winner tonight, 52-7 over Buckhorn. Hartzell is awaiting the winner of Jackson Olin and Center Point. We'll get you that score here in just a little bit. The other matchups, Pinson Valley, Mountain Brook, Coleman, Gadsden City. The winner of that Coleman-Gadsden City game will take on the winner of Pinson Valley and Mountain Brook. Let me see if we have any more finals that have come across that we don't have in the books yet.
Have we gotten Appalachian versus Addison?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, wait a minute. I don't know. What class are we looking
1A.
at? Okay. Let's see. Addison and no, what do we have?
It's 66-22 Addison.
66-22 Addison over Appalachian. So Addison's through. They're awaiting the winner of Donohue and Lynn, that being the 1A playoffs. So we're getting that one there kind of filled out a little bit. Plenty of great games going on all across North Alabama tonight. A lot of surprise. So far, we've had just maybe one or two surprises. Tuscaloosa Academy over Locust Fork, 42-28. It was Southeastern over Lamar County. That one there is still, that's going to keep us into the 2A playoffs. Southeastern, a 16-7 winner over Lamar County. And that is important because the winner of Hatton and Pisgah will match up with Southeastern in round 2. So we want to make sure that we let everybody know how that one goes down. Russellville, a winner tonight in big fashion over Boaz. Russellville, of course, at home tonight in the playoffs. They get a win 63-10 over Boaz. Now, Russellville will await the Alexandria Pleasant Grove winner. So we'll get you a final on that one as soon as that one goes final as well. Let me just see here if we have any more around that area. A couple Tennessee scores. It's Riverside over Loretto, 42-23. McKenzie over Wayne County, 63-0. Of course, those are Tennessee playoff scores. I believe Tennessee is in the playoffs.
Randolph score just went final.
All right.
Well, it's 54-15.
So Randolph a winner over Rogers, 54-15. Randolph advances to take on Dora in round 2 of the playoffs. If we delve in just a little bit to the Randolph numbers, remember Randolph made history last year with their very first playoff win. Randolph got their very first playoff win last year. Randolph can make history next week. There's not a lot of history that Randolph has yet to check off their marks in the postseason. That is, they've got a lot of marks to check off in the postseason, I should say. Last year, they notched their first double-digit win season, going 10-2 last year. They picked up their first playoff win, had their first playoff game at home last season. This year, Randolph finishing second in the region, so they were at home again to start the playoffs. They've gotten that playoff win now. So next week against Dora, they will have a chance to make history with their second playoff win if they can get that win over Dora. 256-576-4977. You got a score or a thing from your, I guess you could say, round 1 of the playoffs. Give us a call.
We got one over here for Pig Saw.
What do we got?
We got Pig Saw over
that's
over
Pisgah.
Oh, Pisgah.
If you're going to do this, you got to, I mean, come on.
Sorry,
now.
I got them mixed up. I'm looking at your handwriting right here.
Pisga, Pisgah over Hatton?
Yes.
What was that final?
It was 40-20.
All right, 40-20. So Pisgah is through. Now let's look at that bracket. That's going to be Pisgah taking on Southeastern in round 2 of the state playoffs. So Pisgah, we pretty much have a lot of our scores in Class 2. I believe that is Class 2A. Yeah. So Falkville, a 42-7 winner over Collinsville. Aliceville, a 62-13 winner over West End. Those two move on to face each other. Pisgah, a 40-20 winner over Hatton. Southeastern, a 16-7 winner over Lamar County. So Pisgah advances. Southeastern advances. That'll be a round 2 matchup. Winston County over Cleveland, 50-14. Fife over Red Bay, 55-8. So Winston County and Fife, they will match up in round 2 of the playoffs. Tuscaloosa Academy over Locust Fork, 48-28. And Lexington over North Sand Mountain, 49-14. Lexington and Tuscaloosa Academy will match up in the second round of the playoffs. That is your North Alabama 2A bracket.
So we just got word, thanks to Bubba, that Priceville just won 49-28.
Yeah,
Have you got that score?
Yep, we put that one in, and we mentioned that because we're awaiting the Aniana and Haleyville score so that we can figure out who moves on in round 2 there. So this feels like election night. When you sit in here and you do this feels like election night. Like we've got the results coming in, and we're letting you know who's advancing and who's going into round 2 of the state playoffs. And we're going to go inside the numbers. We're going to be on with you guys until 11 o'clock tonight. So we have got a lot of football to talk about, a lot of matchups to get to. We will get to hopefully some coaches along the way as well. That is why the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show presented by Woody Anderson Ford is off and running. We do have a Deschler final for you tonight, 68-34. Deschler a winner over Madison County. And Deschler does await the winner between Etowah and Northside. So we're keeping an eye on that one as Northside and Etowah will meet in round 2 of the state playoffs. Looking over some other finals.
Now, have you caught the Mars Hill final yet?
Yes, we have got the Mars Hill final. Mars Hill Bible, your top-ranked team in Class 3A. They're a 62-7 winner tonight over Danville. They will take on Geraldine in round 2 of the state playoffs. We do have Winston County and Cleveland. That one has gone final. Winston County gets a win over Cleveland tonight, 50-14. So Winston County, they move on in round 2 of the playoffs. We're going to put that one in here in just a second. And I believe I do have another final. Aniana is a huge winner tonight over Haleyville, 56-14. So that means Priceville will take on Aniana in round 2. So we're getting our Class 4A scores filled in. Don't have them all filled in yet, but we're getting them somewhat filled in. Priceville and Haleyville, or Priceville and Aniana, my bad, will meet in round 2. Aniana, a 56-14 winner over Haleyville, and Priceville, a 49-28 winner over Central Florence. I tell you what, real fast, I want to jump in to Priceville's history here for just a second, because Priceville continues to set the bar under head coach Chris Foster. And I want to see if they have ever faced Aniana before. And they have. They have faced them twice. They come back from 2014, 2015, and they have split their previous 2 matchups. Priceville, a winner back in 2015, 36-28. Aniana got their first ever win against Priceville in their first ever meeting, 47-15. That coming back in 2014. So it has been a while. So nobody on either team, Priceville or Aniana, have ever faced each other. So really it's gonna be a new matchup between those 2 schools coming up in round 2. But Priceville, again, what can you say about the Bulldogs? All they did this year was have their first undefeated regular season. They went 10-0 during the regular season. And going into tonight, they got that 49-28 win over Central Florence. Going into the evening, Priceville 1-7 all time against Central Florence going into the evening. So they notched just their second ever win against Central Florence.
We have a final in Gadsden.
I'm about to say, have you report on the Gardendale-Oxford score?
Okay, Gardendale-Oxford, what do we have there? Because the Decatur Red Raiders want to know that one.
So Gardendale, 31. Oxford, 14.
Okay, so Gardendale at home tonight. They get a win over Oxford. And I know our good friends on 105.9 WKLS, Gadsden and Anniston's not That's probably not making them too happy tonight. So here is your 6A playoff bracket right now as we have it. Decatur, a 31-8 winner over Fort Payne on the road. Decatur going on the road tonight to get a win over Fort Payne. Gardendale, a 31-14 winner over Oxford this evening. And if I go in there, let's just take a look between Decatur and Gardendale. I know they have faced each other before. I just want to know how many times Decatur has faced off against Gardendale. Let's take a quick look in here. Actually, not surprisingly, I thought this matchup it would have happened more often than it has. But Decatur and Gardendale, they have only faced each other one time, that coming back in 2007. Ironically, that was the first round of the playoffs. Decatur, a 20-3 win over Gardendale back in 2007. Safe to say, nobody on either team has seen each other. So it'll be just the second matchup, and it comes in the playoffs between Decatur and Gardendale. Gardendale, again, a 31-14 winner over Oxford. Decatur, a 31-8 winner over Fort Payne. Yes, what final do we have now?
For Gadsden City?
Yes.
I will grab that for you. I had it and then I lost it on the sheet.
Yeah, it's going to be in the 6A playoffs. That's going to be on our sheet 1.
6A is, where does it go?
Bottom right-hand side.
Okay. Coleman lost that one 41-24. Gadsden City won.
Okay, so Gadsden City. So there we go. Gadsden City, a 41-24 winner tonight over Coleman. That, we just talked about how tough it was for our friends on WKLS 105.9 hearing that Oxford score. Hearing that Gadsden City score is making them happy right now. 41-24, Gadsden City over Coleman. Now, Gadsden City, of course, they were their region champion. They were at home tonight in the playoffs. They get that win 41-24. Fort Payne was the number 2 seed, by the way. They were at home tonight over Decatur. But it's Gadsden City advancing 41-24 over Coleman. Gadsden City is so happy to be out of Class 7A. That was a tough mountain for them to climb week in and week out in Class 7A. They're now in round 2 of the playoffs. Let's take a look at Gadsden City. Let's just see the last time that Gadsden City has been able to get into round 2 of the playoffs. Wow. You got to go all the way back to 2016. That is the last time Gadsden City has been to the second round of the playoffs. Folks, going into this year, Gadsden City, the 6 wins in 2022 were the most since 2016 when they made that run under former head coach Matt Scott back in 2016. They were in 7A at the time, but their last run in Class 6A, they've made the playoffs in 2013, 12, and 11 in 6A, but they've not been to the second round of the 6A state playoffs since 2010. Now, keep in mind, Gadsden City has only been around since 2006. Hey, we just got a final. Madison Academy. This went a little bit closer than what we probably would have thought. That, of course, being in Class 3A. Madison Academy, a 49-28 winner over Phil Campbell. So, as I mentioned, our 3A scores starting to fill in a little bit. We got the bottom part of the North Alabama bracket taken care of. Okay, Sylvania, a 35-6 winner over Fayette County. Madison Academy, a 49-28 winner over Phil Campbell. Geraldine, a 24-8 winner over Winfield. Mars Hill Bible, a 62-7 winner over Danville. So let's let you figure out who's playing there. In the bottom half of that bracket, it is Sylvania going on to face Madison Academy in round 2. So the Rams and Mustangs will meet up in round 2 of the playoffs. Geraldine will meet the top-ranked team in Class 3A, Mars Hill Bible, in round 2 of the state playoffs. All right, it's 9:50. Phew, we got to get a break in. Y'all letting time get away from me here. We're just going on. We got so much fun going on. Y'all just letting me just we got to get a break in. Going to wrap up hour 1 of this show coming up next. It's the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show presented by Whitty Anderson Ford.
Here's Bobby White from Woody Anderson Ford on their service department.
President's Award winner 2 years in a row. That's only given to the top 10% of Ford dealers in customer satisfaction. So we're very proud of the service department. And our body shop. If you happen to get into an accident, which not a lot of people just want to go down and see a body shop, but if you get into an accident, award-winning body shop. We have state-of-the-art paint booths back there. They're waterborne paints that we use, friendly for the environment. We've got our production system, the way things are in and out. We have the fastest cycle rate in town of getting your vehicle in, getting your vehicle out, and assured that it's fixed right. We take pictures before it's wrecked, and not only after, but we take it as we're putting the parts on. All done to above industry standards. So I'm proud of our body shop too. Don't forget our parts department. So if you happen to need parts, performance parts, or just parts if you're a weekend mechanic.
Woody Anderson Ford, located at the corner of Jordan and Sparkman, as well as Hughes Road and Madison. You can also check out the great deals at WoodyAndersonFord.com.
Tom Abraham here from my friend Brian Hamaker and his team at North Alabama Mortgage. Look, buying a home is the biggest purchase you will make in your life, and it can be a bit intimidating, so you want people that can help walk you through the mortgage process and get you the best deal possible. That's what North Alabama Mortgage does, and they do it in Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida, from first-time purchases to refis, conventional, VA, FHA, and USDA loans. They have the solution at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com.
Here's Bobby White from Woody Anderson Ford on their service department.
President's Award winner 2 years in a row. That's only given to the top 10% of Ford dealers in customer satisfaction. So we're very proud of the service department. And our body shop. If you happen to get into an accident, which not a lot of people just want to go down and see a body shop, but if you get into an accident, award-winning body shop. We have state-of-the-art paint booths back there. They're waterborne paints that we use, friendly for the environment. We've got our production system, the way things are in and out. We have the fastest cycle rate in town of getting your vehicle in, getting your vehicle out, and assured that it's fixed right. We take pictures before it's wrecked, and not only after, but we take it as we're putting the parts on. All done to above industry standards. So I'm proud of our body shop too. Don't forget our parts department. So if you happen to need parts, performance parts, or just parts if you're a weekend mechanic.
Woody Anderson Ford, located at the corner of Jordan and Sparkman, as well as Hughes Road and Madison. You can also check out the great deals at WoodyAndersonFord.com.
Great food and the best live entertainment is what it's all about at the Furniture Factory Bar and Grill. Head to downtown Huntsville every Tuesday for karaoke on the only outdoor karaoke stage in North Alabama. Thursday night is the Valley's longest running and biggest bike night. Food and drink specials, giveaways, and live music on the patio. And the Furniture Factory menu is fully loaded with options from steaks to salads, plus a whole lot more. Featuring a weekday happy hour that starts at 3. 619 Meridian Street, downtown Huntsville, and online at FurnitureFactoryBarGrill.com.
The kitchen is the heart of any home. It's where the family gathers. It's where kids discover old recipes and make them their own. Just starting out or just now getting started on the dream kitchen you've always wanted?
I'm Chris Haygood, and from all of us here at Bob Wallace Appliance to the home builders and the homeowners of the Huntsville area, a heartfelt thank you for buying local. We're in Huntsville, Florence, and Coleman, and online at BobWallaceAppliance.com.
Qualis Corporation, headquartered here in Huntsville, is a woman-owned small business providing technical services in the areas of engineering analysis, testing, and support services to both commercial and government customers. For 29 years, Qualis employees have provided award-winning support to complex technical and engineering efforts, helping ensure critical programs, products, and systems are acquired, tested, and fully operational when fielded. Qualis Corporation, proud sponsor of the UAH Chargers. Go Chargers!
4 Heisman Trophy winners, 33 Southeastern Conference championships, 18 national championships. Hi, this is Chris Stewart of the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Listen to Alabama football all season long on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
All right, welcome back to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show presented by Woody Anderson Ford. Let's run down the scores that we have for you right now. Let's go into Class 7A.
Class 7A scores.
All right, in Class 7A, it was Thompson shutting out Huntsville tonight, 34-0. It was Vestavia Hills over Austin, 52-10. It was Hewitt-Trussville over Florence, 38-20. And it's Hoover getting by Bob Jones, 45-19. So Thompson will take on Vestavia Hills in round 2. It's Hewitt-Trussville meeting Hoover in round 2 as well. And that is basically Class 7A Region 3 meeting each other in the second round. So they've already faced each other once. They will just do it again in the second round of the 7A playoffs. All right, let's get into Class 6A.
Class 6A scores.
All right, we just need two. Clay Chalkville and Parker, Jackson Olin and Center Point. Those are the two 6A schools scores that we're waiting for the finals to hit our desk. But we do have several already in Class 6A. Decatur, a 31-8 winner over Fort Payne. And it's Gardendale, a 31-14 winner over Oxford. Muscle Shoals over Hazel Green, 58-7. And Hartselle over Buckhorn, 52-7. With Gaston City getting by Coleman, 41-24. All right, we're going to put 60 minutes on the clock. When we come back, we're going to kick it off for the playoff edition of the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show, folks. It is playoff time in the Tennessee Valley. Hard not to get excited about that.
Here's Bobby White from Woody Anderson Ford on their service department.
President's Award winner 2 years in a row. That's only given to the top 10% of Ford dealers in customer satisfaction. So we're very proud of the service department. And our body shop. If you happen to get into an accident, which not a lot of people just want to go down and see a body shop, but if you get into an accident, award-winning body shop. We have state-of-the-art paint booths back there. They're waterborne paints that we use, friendly for the environment. We've got our production system, the way things are in and out. We have the fastest cycle rate in town of getting your vehicle in, getting your vehicle out, and assured that it's fixed right. We take pictures before it's wrecked, and not only after, but we take it as we're putting the parts on. All done to above industry standards. So I'm proud of our body shop too. Don't forget our parts department. So if you happen to need parts, performance parts, or just parts if you're a weekend mechanic.
Woody Anderson Ford, located at the corner of Jordan and Sparkman, as well as Hughes Road and Madison. You can also check out the great deals at WoodyAndersonFord.com.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
This is Attorney Tommy Sinyard on behalf of Sinyard Law, and again proud to be a sponsor of all things football here on ESPN Radio. My son Bart and I started our own law firm July 1 and are very proud and excited to be bringing you our 50 years of collective national award-winning injury trial law experience. Check us out on the web, sinyardlaw.com.
Sinyard Law, nationally recognized, locally respected.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Welcome to the North Alabama Friday Night Scoreboard Show, presented by Woody Anderson Ford, with your host, Scott Tyson. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline now, 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Scott.
And welcome back into the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show presented by Woody Anderson Ford. And tonight's the night. Tonight's the night. We say it all the time on this show when we get to this point. You put it on the line. Because if you win tonight, you're celebrating in the locker room. You're celebrating the fact that you are playing round 2 of the state playoffs. If you come up short, then obviously you feel tough because your season is over tonight. A lot of teams putting it on the line tonight. A lot of scores have gone final. We're going to get you updated in the next hour. We're going to get you updated on a lot of scores from the Tennessee Valley. One of those, Hartselle, a winner tonight, 52-7 over Buckhorn. The Hartselle Tigers, they are through to the second round of the playoffs. They get the winner of Center Point and Jackson Olin. And let's indeed go out and let's visit our first coach of the night, the head coach of the Hartselle Tigers, now joining us on our North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. His team again, a 52-7 winner tonight over Buckhorn. That is Brian Moore, the head coach of the Hartselle Tigers, joining us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. Congratulations on getting into round 2.
Well, we appreciate it. Thank you. We're glad to continue playing.
Yeah, talk about tonight. Talk about getting ready for round 1 of the playoffs. I am sure the region with Muscle Shoals and Decatur and Coleman helped you get ready for tonight, but talk about tonight's game.
Yeah, I mean, we're familiar with Buckhorn too. Our region certainly prepared us. But having Buckhorn in our region the last 2 years prior to this one, gave us some information on them. And, I mean, we played well. We dominated the football game in I thought, all 3 phases. I mean, they played hard and fought us, but I thought our kids came out and played really well early especially.
And who kind of stood out for you tonight?
Well, Ralph Fletcher, our running back, had a huge night. He had a kick return for a touchdown, a punt return for a touchdown, and had a long run for a touchdown as well. So he had quite a night. He's a very versatile kid. He's just a junior, but he had a really good night. And I thought we didn't have to do a whole lot. We scored 3 non-offensive touchdowns. So we had a defensive touchdown. Caden Worley, a linebacker for us, recovered a fumble in the end zone. And then, as I mentioned, 2 special team scores. So it was pretty balanced. Everybody kind of chipped in.
Chris Moore. Brian Moore, head coach of the Hartselle Tigers, joining us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. And Coach, now you turn your attention to Jackson Olin or Center Point. What do you know about either one?
Well, I mean, Center Point, it's going to be Center Point coming to us. They're really good. We've seen them play once in person. Obviously being in Birmingham, they play extremely, good competition there, and they've got a running back and quarterback duo that are pretty special, and can run and score from distance. They have a ton of explosive plays, but it'll be a challenge. I'm glad we're here and glad we're playing them in Hartselle.
Yep. All right, Coach. Congratulations on the win tonight. Congratulations on getting to round 2 of the playoffs, and it's always nice when you get to make that trip down to Montgomery each week to get ready for the next round.
No doubt. Thank you guys for having me.
All right, there you go. Brian Moore, head coach of the Hartselle Tigers, joining us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. His team, a 52-7 winner tonight over Buckhorn. And there you have it. They will take on Center Point in round 2 of the state playoffs. So more scores continuing to come in here to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show, and I wanted to see if that Center Point score the official score had come in. We do know that Center Point was a winner tonight over Jackson Olin. All right, Decatur, a 31-8 winner over Fort Payne tonight. Gardendale, a 31-14 winner over Oxford, and it's Muscle Shoals over Hazel Green tonight, 58-7, and Gadsden City over Coleman, 41-20. to 24. So those are the rest of your 6A scores that we have for you. If you're looking at the south end of the bracket, Hueytown's a winner tonight. Theodore's a winner. Pelham was a winner over Northside. And then Pike Road got a winner tonight over Spanish Fort, 22-21. So that was a big win there. And Saraland, a winner over Wetumpka, 48-14. So that's from the south side of the bracket. We just have been spending a lot of time on the north end of the bracket here on our North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard show for you. So 256-576-4977. You want to join the show, you want to join the program. Hey, the phone lines are open to you on a Friday night. We do that so you can give your team a shout out, or anybody that you want to let everybody know, hey, what's going on. Feel free to give us a call. Hey, Etowah is a winner tonight over Northside. That was one of the scores that we were keeping an eye on. Etowah, a 42-21 winner over Northside, and we bring that one up because Etowah now will take on Deschler in round 2 of the state football playoffs. That's why we were keeping an eye on that one. We'll delve in to see the matchups, previous history there here in just a second. Other scores that we may not have had a chance. How about another Tennessee score? Mount Juliet over Lincoln County, 43-6. That is a Tennessee score. Another Tennessee score, Jackson Christian over Columbia, 49-14. Giles County over Brainerd, 46-8. Those are some Tennessee scores. Kind of scrolling down to see if we have any more Alabama scores for you to throw out there. Have we seen a Clay Chalkville Parker score?
Yes. Let me get it for you. But we also have a Cherokee County final, and that one is Cherokee County over Corner, 47-10.
Okay, Cherokee County, a 47-10 win tonight over Corner. So 47-10. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means Cherokee County will take on West Morgan in round 2 of the state playoffs. So let's stay in Class 4A, shall we? Let's visit Class 4A for just a second, because I believe we have got the entire north side of the state bracket covered there in Class 4A. Randolph, a 55-15 winner over Rogers. Dora over Good Hope, 34-6. So that means Randolph and Dora will meet in round 2 of the state football playoffs. West Morgan over Westminster Christian, 27-7. Cherokee County over Corner, 47-10. West Morgan will take on Cherokee County in round 2 of the playoffs. It is Etowah, a 42-21 winner over Northside. Deschler, 68-34 over Madison County. So Etowah will take on Deschler in round 2 of the playoffs. Aniana over Haleyville, 56-14. And it's Priceville over Central Florence, 49-28. Priceville will meet Aniana in round 2 of the Class 4A playoffs. There we go, 256-576-4977. That is how you can get in on the show, on the program for this evening.
So we actually have an update on the Clay Chalkville score. Turns out they lost. So Clay Chalkville lost 7-6.
To Parker.
To Parker.
Really? That is a big upset.
Yeah, we just had to call in, and thank you for calling in and giving us the update. But he said, I don't know if it's a big upset or not, but
no. That is a huge upset there in Class 6A, because Clay Chalkville was the second-ranked team in all of Class 6A going into the final week of going into the playoffs. The final rankings that came out, Clay Chalkville got 4 first-place votes this last go-around. And so Clay Chalkville falls in round 1 of the playoffs, and that is big for Muscle Shoals, because Muscle Shoals got a 58-7 win tonight over Hazel Green. So that means Muscle Shoals will take on Parker in round 2 of the playoffs, not Clay Chalkville. So with Clay Chalkville bowing out tonight in round 1, it will be Muscle Shoals. So now in Class 6A, we need those 2 scores. We need Jackson Olin and Center Point and Mountain Brook and Pinson Valley. Those are the 2 scores that we need there in Class 6A, and we will be able to give you all of the updates as far as Class 6A goes. So we'll be able to fill out all of those 6A brackets. It's Decatur 31, Fort Payne 8, Gardendale 31, Oxford 14, and it's Muscle Shoals 58, Hazel Green 7, Parker 7, Clay Chalkville 6, Hartselle 52, Buckhorn 7, Gadsden City 41, Coleman 24. So again, those are just the 2 there because we need to know who Gadsden City's going to take on, and we just got to get that. And we know Center Point got a win tonight over Jackson Olin because coach there from Hartselle filled us in on that one. So let's kind of move back in to 5A. Gunnersville over Fairview 24-13. So Gunnersville advances in 5A. So good news there. Southside Ramsey is who their opponent is. Ramsey came into the playoffs ranked number 4 in Class 5A. Scottsboro, big-time winner tonight over Brewer, 45-14. And it's Leeds in Fairfield. Okay, Moody gets a win tonight over Jasper, 29-21. Arab over East Limestone, 54-14. So if you back up just a second and you look at the Scottsboro Wildcats, let's dip in here to Scottsboro. They've had a fantastic season under head coach Chris Bell. And if you look at it, folks, the playoff win tonight for Scottsboro is their first playoff win since 2019. So you got to go all the way back a few years for them to get that playoff win. They have not gotten any further than the second round since 2016. So a big win tonight there for the Scottsboro Wildcats.
So we got an update for Mountain Brook, Pinson Valley. Mountain Brook came out on top 49-7.
All right, 49-7. Mountain Brook a winner there. So Gadsden City, our friends there at 105.9 WKLS. Gadsden, we mentioned a tough night for them. Oxford falls to Gardendale 31-14, but it's Gadsden City getting that win. So, guys, Gadsden City, you're going to be able to go out and watch some football down there in Gadsden still next week. Gadsden City, a 41-24 win tonight over Coleman. So they will get Mountain Brook in round 2 of the state playoffs there in Class 6A. Now, Mountain Brook coming in ranked number 7. They came into the playoffs ranked number 7 in all of Class 6A. Hartselle, they get a win tonight. They were ranked number 5 in Class 6A. Muscle Shoals got a win tonight. They were ranked number 6. Mountain Brook got a win tonight. Center Point got a win tonight. So 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 in the Class 6A rankings, all notch wins here in the North Alabama side of the bracket. The only one not to come out is Clay Chalkville, who was in there at number 2 in the 6A rankings.
All right, so a quick update. Did you say you needed Center Point and Jackson
Yeah, we
Olin?
know Center Point got the win, but we just need that score.
Yep, it looks like I got the score 26-8.
All right, so there you go. So Center Point, we know they are going to travel to Hartselle next week for round 2 of the playoffs. All right, it's 10:14. Let's get our first break in here of this last hour. When we come back, we'll go inside the 4A playoff brackets with you. It's more the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show presented by Woody Anderson Ford after this quick timeout.
Here's Bobby White from Woody Anderson Ford on their service department.
President's Award winner 2 years in a row. That's only given to the top 10% of Ford dealers in customer satisfaction. So we're very proud of the service department. And our body shop. If you happen to get into an accident, which not a lot of people just want to go down and see a body shop, but if you get into an accident, award-winning body shop. We have the state-of-the-art paint booths back there. They're waterborne paints that we use, friendly for the environment. We've got our production system, the way things are in and out. We have the fastest cycle rate in town of getting your vehicle in, getting your vehicle out, and assured that it's fixed right. We take pictures before it's wrecked, and not only after, but we take it as we're putting the parts on. All done to above industry standards. So I'm proud of our body shop too. Don't forget our parts department. So, if you happen to need parts, performance parts, or just parts if you're a weekend mechanic.
Woody Anderson Ford, located at the corner of Jordan and Sparkman, as well as Hughes Road and Madison. You can also check out the great deals at WoodyAndersonFord.com.
Did you know the state's top-ranked private school is here in Huntsville? What about one of the nation's few Orton Gillingham Academy accredited schools? At Randolph School, our experienced teachers and coaches challenge and nurture students as they prepare for college and life. Our pre-K through 12 school includes Greengate School at Randolph, serving students with dyslexia. Parents, we know that you are your child's biggest advocate, and we invite you to explore your education options. Schedule a tour at randolphschool.net.
At Bryant Bank, we believe your goals are worth chasing, and every step along the way is worth celebrating. From your hopes for the future to the challenges that keep you up at night, we're here for you. Bryant bankers put care into action to help you live legendary by stepping up when you need us most and doing what's right, even when no one is watching. Come experience a local bank whose people greet you by name and treat you like family. Bryant Bank, member FDIC.
Hey there, folks. Head fry cook Bob Baumhauer here, and I just want to say thank you for allowing Baumhauer's Victory Grill to serve you for 40 legendary years. When I first delivered Alabama's first taste of buffalo wings back in 1981, people thought I was crazy. For the first few years, I had to give wings away. Imagine that. 40 years later, I'm still proud to serve the great people and visitors of Alabama, our famous buffalo wings, and much more. Here's to 40 years of legendary fun, legendary food, and many, many more.
Hi, everybody. Eli Gold here. If you know me, you know I've been around a whole lot of championship teams. Well, there's one championship team in North Alabama I want to make sure you know about. The trusted professionals at Environmental Comfort Systems. Rick Smith and his team provide the best in air conditioning solutions, so even on the hottest days, you'll be cool. Give Rick a call or visit them online at envcomfort.com and see how cool you can be. Environmental Comfort Systems. Alabama license number 92314.
Saturday, November 12th in Jasper, Alabama, just minutes from Lewis Smith Lake, prime riverfront property will be offered at a one-day liquidation sales event. Getting killed in the stock market? Buy something real, something you can enjoy with your family today. Buy waterfront. This RV-friendly gated community has great kayaking, fishing, and wildlife, along with a large community area for social gatherings. Estate-sized parcels from $29.9 and direct waterfront parcels from $79.9. Prime waterfront properties on rushing water in a gated, gorgeous setting. Individual RV sites with utility hookups, no time limit to build, minutes from shopping, hospitals, schools, and neighboring a beautiful country club. One-day liquidation sale November 12th. Estate-sized parcels from $29.9 or direct waterfront parcels from $79.9. Call or click 877bigview.com for more information and to schedule an appointment. Don't miss this amazing opportunity on estate-size or waterfront parcels. That's 877-BIG-VIEW. Call or click 877bigview.com.
Local sports is covered right here.
Well, appreciate what you guys do for sports, but also for high school sports and taking time to talk to us. That means a lot, and appreciate what you guys do and appreciate you having us on.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
All right, welcome back to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show, presented by Woody Anderson Ford. It is round one of the state football playoffs, and we've had a few surprises tonight. We've had a few games that make us sit here and say, okay. And then we've had a couple that were just like, yep, that's exactly what we thought would happen. And that's really our Class 7A. Thompson, a winner over Huntsville, 34-0. Vestavia Hills over Austin, 52-10. Hewitt Trustville over Florence, 38-20. And Hoover over Bob Jones, 45-19. But if you look inside the Class 4A bracket, you go down just a little bit deeper. West Morgan, that was a tough one there. 27-7, West Morgan, a winner over Westminster Christian. It is Cherokee County over Corner, 47-10. So Cherokee County, West Morgan in round two. It is Etowah over Northside, 42-21. Deschler over Madison County, 68-34. Those two will meet. Aniana over Haleyville, 56-14, and Priceville over Central Florence, 49-28. Those two will meet in the second round as well. And if you go down there in the bracket and you look, Dora a 34-6 winner over Good Hope. Well, who would Dora face? It was either going to be Randolph or Rogers in round 2. And at home tonight, at SportsMed Field, Randolph, a 54-15 winner tonight over Rogers. Randolph Raiders move on to round 2 of the state playoffs. And those in Huntsville were able to hear this game over on 97.7 ESPN, the Zone 3. With Drew DeArmond. He is now in studio there in Huntsville at 97.7 ESPN The Zone, joining us for a few minutes. And Randolph drew 54-15 winners tonight over Rogers.
Yeah, couldn't have performed any better offensively and defensively, Scott. Had a couple issues in the kicking game. Rogers blocked a couple of extra points to their credit. Coach Daniel Garrett's team played hard. Killing the senior quarterback, hand back their senior tailback, really, competed for 4 quarters. But Randolph was just too good. It was as good a performance as I've seen of them with complimentary football, considering what's at stake. It was a 7-win Rogers team who played West Morgan really tough, a good football team. But the Raiders had a fresh Nick Strong. He was just the best player on the field. He was just too much for the Rogers Pirates to handle. He ended up with 252 all-purpose yards. He pulled a Roger Craig. Now, I know that's from when you and I were very young with Bill Walsh, and for our listeners, but he had 121 yards receiving and a touchdown, and then 131 yards on 16 carries and 3 rushing touchdowns, Scott. So an all-state performance by one of the best backs in North Alabama from Nick Strong. 252 yards of all-purpose and 4 TDs. Grayson Davenport, back from his ankle injury from last week. Scott, he missed about half the game. He had 2 touchdown catches, several tackles at outside backer, played very well. Connor Goodson set the tone physically from his safety spot. And then Andrew Hunter, what a season he's had, the senior quarterback. He will be visiting UNA with Grayson Davenport tomorrow. Andrew Hunter, over 300 yards passing, and then he ended up with 3 touchdowns, has 40 touchdowns and only 5 picks all year, and nearly 600 rushing yards. What a season for him, and just what a performance. William Collins back from injury at the middle linebacker spot, and it was just a great performance all the way around. The biggest win maybe in Randolph history, considering they did win a playoff game over Fayette County last year, but this Rogers team is a quality opponent. They put them away, and now got a chance to make more history by going to Dora, who you already mentioned was a 34-6 winner tonight. So they will be headed to Dora near Jasper, Alabama next week to try to make some history and get to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I was just going to go there for the Randolph Raiders. If you want to build a foundation, you do it through the playoffs. That's where you do it through. And last year, Randolph crossed off a lot of first in their checks by getting a home playoff game, by getting a playoff win. Obviously, expectations now, they're where they were last year to the second round of the playoffs. How important is it for them to get a win in round 2?
Well, I mean, it'd be huge. This is what this senior class has been wanting to do. They have taken this program to another level, Scott. I mean, this is now back-to-back seasons of playoff wins. They're 2-0 at home in the playoffs in their history last year. Then they went on the road at Brooks after they got that home win last year over Fayette County, and they fell 42-21, I believe, in a tough game. Brooks was 12-0 for the first time in school history before they bowed out in the quarterfinals. So it's a chance for these seniors to win 10 games for the second straight year. But this time, that 10th win would mean that you're playing in the quarterfinals of the state playoffs, which would mean everything to this program, everything to David Lloyd, Jeremy Matthews, and that coaching staff. And this is what they've worked toward. And it was just an amazing performance. I came in thinking that Randolph was the better team, that they had a good shot to win the first round. But it was 33-0 at halftime, Scott. It was just like a machine, and it was an avalanche. I think Rogers was a little stunned. Coach Daniel Garrett does a great job with that group. He's only in his second year. But again, what a performance, on both sides, offensively and defensively for Randolph. And they came out of it healthy, which is big. They should have everybody available against Dora next week. Dora, dual threat quarterback, some size and speed, but again, a chance for Randolph to go on the road. And with the style of football Randolph plays, the way they can throw it around, if they can protect Andrew Hunter with Nick Strong healthy, they've got a shot to get a win next week against Dora.
All right, a couple other teams in 4A that you have seen. West Morgan, a winner tonight. Priceville, a winner tonight over Central Florence, 49-28. West Morgan, a winner tonight over Westminster Christian Academy, 27-16. 14-7. Really, no other surprises, I don't think, in that Class 4A bracket.
Well, and then, a heck of a performance and a gutty one from Louis LeBlanc's Westminster Wildcats. They hung in there. It was 6-0 at the end of the first quarter and 13-0 at half. Brandon Mush hurt his shoulder in the second half, which is, how big a force he is for Westminster. That was a tough loss for them. But you got to give Drew Phillips and Wes Morgan a lot of credit. They got the win. And then I got to give Chris Foster and Priceville credit. Central of Florence was hanging right with them, 21-21 in the fourth quarter before Priceville had a huge fourth to go to win that game 49-28. And that sets up a fascinating matchup, Scott, in the second round as Priceville, I believe, will host the Aniana Redskins. And that would be a huge matchup next week. Aniana, a lot of tradition, great football team too.
All right, Priceville, your third-ranked team in Class 3A. They are, or 4A, they are through. Deschler, the seventh-ranked team in Class 4A. They are through. Cherokee County, the 10th-ranked team in Class 4A. They are through as well. So those are your 4A big winners tonight. They're in the playoffs. Anniston coming in ranked number 2 in Class 4A. So we'll have to get you that Anniston score as well. They got 3 first-place votes, did Anniston. Andalusia is your 5th-ranked team in 4A. And Jackson, your 8th-ranked team. Jacksonville coming in ranked number 9 in Class 4A as well. So we're going to see if we can hunt down. We need to hunt down Jacksonville and Anniston. So those are the 2 scores that we need to try to find, Anniston and Jacksonville, because the way the brackets are in Class 4A, Anniston and Jacksonville are on the south end of the bracket, not that north end of the bracket. So we're going to get you those as well. All right, Judy Arman joining us. Thank you so much for that. And next week, we'll look forward to it. Randolph taking on Dora in round 2. Road game, though, for the Raiders in round 2.
All right, so you're looking for Anniston and Sipsey Valley?
Yes.
We have Anniston coming out on top 52-0.
All right,
Completely shutting
Anniston
out.
52-0 winners over Sipsey Valley, and that is in Class 4A. That's good news there for Anniston, because if you are looking at the brackets in Class 4A, because I apologize for having to pull this one up. Yeah, they're going to take on Booker T. Washington in round 2. Will Anniston.
And we also, and you said also Jacksonville and Bibb County?
Yes.
Jacksonville coming out on top in that one, 35-28.
All right, so Jacksonville is through to the second round. They are going to get Montgomery Catholic. So Jacksonville gets a win. They will take on Montgomery Catholic in round 2 of the 4A playoffs. So there you go. All right, it's 10:28. We got some time here to get some more of these scores. And we've talked 7A, we talked 4A, but let's go into some 6A.
Class 6A scores.
All right, so it's Decatur over Fort Payne, 31-8. And I guess, you know what, maybe we can reach out to Jerry Adcock. Should we see if he's on the bus? I know he's on the bus because he's coming back from Fort Payne. So let's reach out to Jerry Adcock there. Gardendale over Oxford, 31-14. It was Muscle Shoals over Hazel Green, 55-7. The stunner of the night is Parker downing Clay Chalkville 7-6. And we say that is a stunner because in the 6A brackets, Clay Chalkville came in tonight, the second-ranked team in Class 6A. They were at home for round 1 of the playoffs. They fall to Parker 7-6. And I just want to look at Parker here real fast. I know that's the stunner of the night. Parker came in on the season 0-1. Or my bad, against Clay Chalkville. 7-6. They get that win tonight. Now they get Muscle Shoals. And Muscle Shoals and Parker, the last time those two teams faced off was 2013. Muscle Shoals, a 31-0 winner there. And that is the matchup for round 2 of the playoffs, because Muscle Shoals over Hazel Green tonight, 58-7. The Trojans, they get a win in round 1 of the playoffs. And if you And if you look at Muscle Shoals and you go inside the numbers there for Muscle Shoals, I wanted to look here at the summary. Scott Baisden and the Trojans have made the playoffs each year since 2009. So you got to go all the way back to 2009. That is the run Muscle Shoals is in the playoffs. But tonight's playoff win for Muscle Shoals is their first playoff win since 2019. 2020, 2021, they were tripped up in round one of the playoffs each year. Last year, Pinson Valley got the best of Muscle Shoals, and then in 2020, it was Mountain Brook getting the best of Muscle Shoals in round one of the playoffs. So Muscle Shoals with that 58-7 win tonight over Hazel Green, their first playoff win since 2019. That year, Muscle Shoals made it all the way to the third round of the playoffs before getting knocked out by Pinson Valley. So congratulations to Scott Baisden and company. It's Gardendale over Oxford, 31-14. So Gardendale and Decatur will meet in the second round of the playoffs. Center Point over Jackson Olin, 26-8. Hartselle over Buckhorn, 52-7. Mountain Brook over Pinson Valley, 49-7. And Gadsden City over Coleman. So Mountain Brook will take on Gadsden City. Hartselle will take on Center Point. At home, by the way, for Hartselle. In Class 5A, it was Gunnersville over Fairview, 24-13. Ramsey over Southside, 61-25. Scottsboro over Brewer, 45-14. Leeds over Fairfield, 39-13. Moody over Jasper, 29-21. Arab over East Limestone, 54-14 in a big way. And what a year it has been for the Arab Knights. If we look at the Arab Knights, their only loss of the year came back on the 23rd of September when they were shut out by Fort Payne, 21-0. So now Arab will move on to take on Moody in round two. All time, Arab and Moody, that series is tied at 1 game apiece. The last time those two faced off was 2015 between Arab and Moody. Now, if you look at the playoffs, the playoff win for Arab tonight, their first playoff win since 2010. Arab had been to the playoffs in 2020, 2021. They were there in 2016, 2014, 2012, and 2010. The last time Arab has been to the second round of the playoffs, or I should say had won a second round playoff game, never. So Arab has a chance to make history next week with a win over Moody. If they could get a win over Moody, it would be the first second round win ever for the Arab Knights. The 10 wins so far on the season, you got to go all the way back to, I believe, and if my records are right, this is the first 10-win season ever for the Arab Knights. So congratulations to the Arab Knights. Their first ever 10-win season. Lee Osment and company, they are rolling over there under the lights in Arab. Pleasant Grove over Alexandria, 43-14. And it's Russellville over Boaz, 63-10. So it's Russellville and Pleasant Grove in round two of the playoffs. Arab will take on Moody. Leeds will meet Scottsboro for round two of the playoffs. Ramsey will get Gunnersville for round two of the playoffs. And Ramsey is electric. Let's take a look at Gunnersville here real fast and see what we have when it comes to the Gunnersville Wildcats. And the Ramsey, here we go. Ramsey, 2-1. Gunnersville all-time versus Ramsey. The last matchup came last year. Gunnersville lost 28-20 to Ramsey. So Gunnersville looking for a little bit of revenge in the case of Ramsey. I believe that one came in the playoffs last year. It was a first-round playoff matchup between Ramsey and Gunnersville. So this year it comes in round two. We'll see how that one folds out next week in our second-round playoff edition of the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show presented by Woody Anderson Ford. All right, we move into Class 3A. Lauderdale County over Vinemont, 41-7. It's Gordo over Ohatchee, 50-6. Colbert County on the road tonight gets a big win over J.B. Pennington, 57-28. So Colbert County goes on the road and notches a win. Piedmont over Oakman, 61-0. It's Sylvania over Fayette County, 35-6. Madison Academy gets by Phil Campbell, 49-28. Who's that? All right, let's go out to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline for you. The head coach of the Gadsden City Titans, Al Smith, on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. Coach, congratulations on the win tonight, a 41-24 win tonight over Coleman.
Yes, sir. Hey, thank you for having us.
Well, Coach, talk about this one. How did it play out tonight, and how are you guys able to get a win tonight over Coleman?
Oh, man, our kids played a really good football game. Man, we had a really good plan our coaches put together, man, and our kids executed, man. And, man, we did a good job. Very proud of our guys tonight.
Who kind of stood out for you tonight on the field?
Oh, man, I have to give the hats off to our entire defensive front, man. Elijah Dunn, Elijah Taylor, Jackson Veazey, and Trey Johnson, man. That front four, man, they played excellent tonight. And on the offensive side, man, our quarterback, Matthew Sparks, and receivers, Clyde Curry and Khalil Hughley, man, those guys and our running backs did an excellent job for us there throughout the course of the game, T.J. Worthy and Dre Kirkpatrick.
Well, Coach, what does it mean for this program? It's the first playoff win since 2016 for Gadsden City.
Man, hey, it's big for our school, for our kids, man, our community. Our kids have worked extremely hard throughout the off season to get to this point.
Well, Coach, it doesn't get any easier. Next week, round 2, Mountain Brook comes a-calling, but it's always nice when you get to make that drive back down to Montgomery knowing that you're in round 2 of the playoffs.
Oh, most definitely. Hey, it's a great feeling for our young men and for us here.
All right, Coach, well, congratulations, and go on and enjoy the evening. Best of luck to you in round 2 of the playoffs.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, congratulations to the Gadsden City Titans. They are through to the round 2 of the playoffs, so they will take on Mountain Brook in round 2. All right, it's 10:37. Hey, let's get that break in real fast. When we come back, we're going to round up all the scores and get you ready for round 2 of the state playoffs here on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show, presented by Woody Anderson Ford.
Here's Bobby White from Woody Anderson Ford on their service department.
President's Award winner 2 years in a row. That's only given to the top 10% of Ford dealers in customer satisfaction. So we're very proud of the service department. And our body shop. If you happen to get into an accident, which not a lot of people just want to go down and see a body shop, but if you get into an accident, award-winning body shop. We have the state-of-the-art paint booths back there. They're waterborne paints that we use, friendly for the environment. We've got our production system, the way things are in and out. We have the fastest cycle rate in town of getting your vehicle in, getting your vehicle out, and assured that it's fixed right. We take pictures before it's wrecked, and not only after, but we take it as we're putting the parts on. All done to above industry standards. So I'm proud of our body shop too. Don't forget our parts department. So if you happen to need parts, performance parts, or just parts if you're a weekend mechanic.
Woody Anderson Ford, located at the corner of Jordan and Sparkman, as well as Hughes Road and Madison. You can also check out the great deals at WoodyAndersonFord.com.
When I chose a garage door company, I did my homework. I needed Precision Overhead Garage Door Service. They have a 5-star Google rating. I checked their reviews and liked what their customers had to say. Precision Overhead Garage Door has lifetime warranty packages. Same-day service if I call before 2 p.m. If they can't make it the same day, my service call fee the next day is waived. They did a 25-point safety inspection on the door and operator. Now that's peace of mind. Residential, commercial, and gate services. Precision Overhead Garage Door Service. Call 256-400-4500.
Tom Abraham here for my friend Brian Hamaker and his team at North Alabama Mortgage. Look, buying a home is the biggest purchase you will make in your life, and it can be a bit intimidating, so you want people that can help walk you through the mortgage process and get you the best deal possible. That's what North Alabama Mortgage does, and they do it in Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida, from first-time purchases to refis, conventional, VA, FHA, and USDA loans. They have the solution at North Alabama Mortgage. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com.
Did you know the state's top-ranked private school is here in Huntsville? What about one of the nation's few Orton Gillingham Academy accredited schools? At Randolph School, our experienced teachers and coaches challenge and nurture students as they prepare for college and life. Our pre-K through 12 school includes Greengate School at Randolph, serving students with dyslexia. Parents, we know that you are your child's biggest advocate, and we invite you to explore your education options. Schedule a tour at randolphschool.net.
Hey there, folks. Bob Baumhauer here. We're celebrating 40 legendary years here at Baumhauer's Victory Grill. And to kick this off, we're coming in hot with our all-new Alabama hot chicken. Fresh southern fried chicken breast smothered in a blend of tangy, immune-boosting herbs and spices with a spicy finish. Served up with a side of homemade smoked Gouda cheese grits, Miss Mary southern greens, and garlic bread. And there's plenty more where that came from. Stop in today and celebrate with us. Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Legendary fun, legendary food.
This is Wes Neighbors with Philip with Eagle Insulation, and we have an announcement to make.
Yes, Wes, we are now Eagle Masonry and Insulation. We're still a place to call for your installation needs, but now we offer masonry services.
What kind of masonry projects can you handle?
Wes, no job is too big, no job is too small. We can do renovations, new construction, outdoor fireplaces, fire pits, brick landscape borders.
Well, when you came out to my house, you did both the insulation and masonry at the same time. You guys did rock for me, you did brick for me, and you insulated my house. That's usually done at the same time that you're building a house.
Absolutely. It really capitalizes on two services you need at the same time, and you can get one company to handle both of those.
Philip with Eagle Insulation will come out, do your installation. He'll do your masonry. They do a great job. They guarantee your work. Check out more online at insulatewitheagle.com and schedule your free examination today. 256-755-1556.
Thanks, Wes.
From the Nick Saban Show.
We talk about finishing. You know, that's like the number one word.
To Alabama football.
Touchdown, Alabama!
We are 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
All right, welcome back. North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show presented by Woody Anderson Ford. Some of the scores we've not gotten to tonight. I want to run down our 3A, 2A. Actually, let's get into some 2A scores. We have not gotten 2A scores at all tonight.
Class 2A scores.
All right, Longville over Collinsville, 42-7. Aliceville over West End, 62-13. Pisgah over Hatton, 40-20. Southeastern over Lamar County, 16-7. Winston County over Cleveland, 50-14. Fife over Red Bay, 55-8. Tuscaloosa Academy over Locust Fork, 48-28. And it's Lexington over North Sand Mountain, 49-14. Class 1A scores, it was Addison over Appalachian, 66-22. Lynn over Donahue, 42-0. Coosa Christian over Hackleburg, 51-8. Spring Garden over South Lamar, 35-7. Marion County over Ragland, 59-22. Valley Head over Phillips, 61-20. Pickens County over Wadley, 34-15. And Meek over Cedar Bluff, 46-6. All right, one of the teams that we talked about tonight early on in Class 4A was West Morgan over Westminster Christian Academy, 27-7. The West Morgan Rebels are through to the second round of the playoffs. And if you look at West Morgan here just a little bit, let's go inside the numbers with the West Morgan Rebels. And West Morgan, as far as the playoffs go, folks, tonight the playoff win for the West Morgan Rebels, their first playoff win since 2017. They have not won a second-round playoff game since 1994. But a big win tonight for the West Morgan Rebels over Westminster Christian Academy 27-7. Their head coach, Drew Phillips, kind enough to join us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Coach, congratulations. 27-7 winners tonight.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you having me on. You know, I'm proud of our team. I thought our guys, came out the second half really and responded to some of the adversity that we faced the first half. And, it's always good to come out with a win.
Coach, who kind of stood out for you tonight? Westminster, obviously. I'm going to say the defense because Westminster, their offense, we've seen them put up 69 points, 70 points, 50-some points in several games. That defense had to play huge tonight.
Yeah, our defense coordinator, Brian Stiles, and his staff did a tremendous job of getting our defense ready. And, you're right. They've played really good football all year on the offensive side of the ball. And we knew going in that we'd have to play a really good football game, to hold them to a low score. And really we had them to zero. They ended up scoring on defense. So I was proud of our defensive staff and our players on the defensive side of the ball and their mindset going in the game and executing the game plan.
Offensively, who kind of stood out for you?
I think Jalen Fletcher stood out. He busted an 80-yard run one time during the game, and then Matt Jones made a tremendous catch on a pass from Braxton Peters in the end zone. That was big for us. And, we didn't play the best ball offensively, but, we'll come back and we'll get back at it. We'll get better.
All right, Coach. Well, Drew Phillips, head coach of the West Morgan Rebels, joining us on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Coach, now it is Cherokee County in round 2 of the playoffs.
Yeah, at this point, anybody that's in the playoffs is a good football team, and I know they're a really good football team. And, we're going to enjoy this one, but get back at it tomorrow, back to work as coaches, and see what they got, see what we can do to try to get a win.
Westminster head coach, or West Morgan head coach, Drew Phillips, joining us. Coach, congratulations on the win. And, hey, anytime you get a win in the playoffs, that's fantastic. What does this one, though, mean for the school specifically? Because it is that first playoff win in quite some time for West Morgan.
Well, it's big for our school. It's big for our community. Our players have put in a whole lot of work, to get this opportunity. And it's the first time in 4A being in the playoffs, and that's a big milestone, again, for our program. And, I'm just extremely proud of the guys and the coaches and, everybody involved in our program.
All right, Coach, congratulations. We'll let you go enjoy this one, and best of luck in round 2.
All right, I appreciate you having me on.
All right, Drew Phillips, head coach of the West Morgan Rebels, kind enough to join us tonight on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show presented by One Woody Anderson Ford. If you're ever in the Huntsville area, make sure you stop on down Jordan Lane. Check out Woody Anderson Ford, the number one Ford dealer here in Huntsville. 97.7 ESPN The Zone, 100.1 FM WLAY, Florence, Muscle Shoals, and 105.9 WKLS in Gaston and Anniston. We appreciate everybody for joining us tonight on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. All right, let's run down let's just run down. We're going to run down the whole gamut of scores. Let's start at Class 7A. Class 7A scores look like this. Thompson over Huntsville, 34-0. It was Vestavia Hills over Austin, 52-10. Florence falls to Hewitt-Trussville at home tonight, 38-20. Hoover over Bob Jones, 45-19. So it's Thompson taking on Vestavia Hills. Hewitt-Trussville will take on Hoover in round 2 of the state playoffs. And if you want to know the rest of the 7A bracket, how it looks, Auburn, a winner tonight over Fairhope, 35-17. Dothan over Foley, 42-28. Central Phoenix City over Montgomery Vikings, 58-7. And it's Enterprise over Baker, 35-26. So your remaining 7A teams, Auburn will take on Dothan. Central Phoenix City will take on Enterprise. Hoover will take on Hewitt. and Thompson will take on Vestavia Hills. So that is how your 7A brackets remain. Let's get you into 6A. It was Decatur over Fort Payne, 31-8. Gardendale over Oxford, 31-14. Muscle Shoals over Hazel Green, 58-7. Clay Chalkville falls. That's the stunner of the night. Parker gets the best of Clay Chalkville, 7-6. Centerpoint over Jackson Olin, 26-8. Hartselle over Buckhorn, 52-7. Mountain Brook over Pinson Valley, 49-7. And it was Gadsden City over Coleman, 41-24. So what does the other end of the bracket look like? It looks like this. Theodore got a win over Lanier, 35-20. Hueytown gets a win over Benjamin Russell, 56-28. It was Pelham over Northridge, 44-14. St. Paul's Episcopal shuts out Carver, 13-0. Pike Road over Spanish Fort, 22-21. Homewood over McAdory, 35-30. Saraland over Wetumpka, 48-14. And Hillcrest over Calera, 38-0. So Hillcrest will take on Saraland. It is Homewood taking on Pike Road. St. Paul's over Pelham. Theodore will take on Hueytown. Closer to us, Gadsden City will take on Mountain Brook in round 2 of the playoffs. Hartselle will take on Center Point. I believe, if I'm reading this right, Gadsden City will be at home to take on Mountain Brook. Parker will host Muscle Shoals in round 2 of the state playoffs, and Decatur will take on Gardendale at home in round 2 of the playoffs. All right, let's get a break in. When we come back and wrap up the extravaganza that is the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show.
Here's Bobby White from Woody Anderson Ford on their service department.
President's Award winner 2 years in a row. That's only given to the top 10% of Ford dealers in customer satisfaction. So we're very proud of the service department. And our body shop. If you happen to get into an accident, which not a lot of people just want to go down and see a body shop, but if you get into an accident, award-winning body shop. We have state-of-the-art paint booths back there. They're waterborne paints that we use, friendly for the environment. We've got our production system, the way things are in and out. We have the fastest cycle rate in town of getting your vehicle in, getting your vehicle out, and assured that it's fixed right. We take pictures before it's wrecked, and not only after, but we take it as we're putting the parts on. All done to above industry standards. So I'm proud of our body shop too. Don't forget our parts department. So if you happen to need parts, performance parts, or just parts if you're a weekend mechanic.
Woody Anderson Ford, located at the corner of Jordan and Sparkman, as well as Hughes Road and Madison. You can also check out the great deals at WoodyAndersonFord.com.
What can you expect when you shop for a firearm at Bullet & Barrel? Expect great prices. We specialize in quality over quantity. Expect great service. Our professional sales staff is never pushy. We won't talk you into something that doesn't fit your needs. You have the right to make a smart, informed decision. Expect Bullet & Barrel, Alabama's only 5-star indoor shooting range, to support you after the sale. Bullet & Barrel, 3252 Lehman Ferry Road. Like or follow us on Facebook. Come see us soon.
AVIQ. Who is AVIQ? AVIQ is audiovisual the intelligent way, where we put our IQ to work for your AV needs. With more than 100 years combined experience in audio, video, and automation, our team of experts is dedicated to one thing: helping you discover technological solutions that make your home special. Once you experience a game or a movie on one of our state-of-the-art home theater systems, you may never leave the house again. AVIQ can build the entire system for you or provide the quality components if you're a do-it-yourselfer. But AVIQ is more than just home theater and state-of-the-art sound systems. We offer a variety of control options for home technology. Energy efficiency, heightened security, and improved quality of life are all attainable through the automation of home systems. Intuitive and user-friendly control is our main priority in designing a system that meets your needs. Don't just take our word for it. You need to see it to believe it. Come visit us at our state-of-the-art showroom on University, just east of Jim and Nick's, across from AT&T, or visit aviqhsv.com.
TOC Sports has been there for you. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what does that mean?
It means for more than 20 years, Alabama's largest orthopedic group has been there providing coverage and care to more schools and student athletes in the Tennessee Valley than any other group. It means whether you are the star football player, the all-region volleyball ace, or someone who hurt their knee in a weekend pickup basketball game, TOC Sports physicians are proud to have the opportunity to care for all your orthopedic needs. It means for parents, coaches, athletes, desk jockeys, or even weekend warriors, TOC Sports physicians continue to meet and exceed the orthopedic and sports medicine needs of our community. But most importantly, during these challenging times, we're here for you now and will continue to be here. So as long as there are players on the field, games to be played, and contests to be won, the orthopedic specialists from TOC Sports will be ready to help. We don't know what the future holds, but you can count on the TOC Sports team to stay committed to you so you can stay in the game. Call 256-539-2728 today and ask to see a TOC Sports physician. Check them out online, also Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
All right, short time left here on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show, presented by Woody Anderson Ford. And what a night it has been for round one of the state football playoffs. I want to make sure you let everybody know that we will be right back here in these chairs next week for round two of the state football playoffs. We are not going anywhere. We got round two coming up next week on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Big thanks. Want to give a big thanks to the coaches that were able to join the show tonight. We appreciate them. Drudy Armand stopped by the 97.7 ESPN The Zone studios in Huntsville. He joined the show tonight. Want to thank all of our listeners that have been with us all year. 97.7 ESPN The Zone, 100.1 FM WLAY, Florence, Muscle Shoals, 105.9 WKLS in Gaston and Anniston. We appreciate all of them for being with us all season long. This is the 12th week that we have been on the air. We could not be here without Woody Anderson Ford. So we want to make sure we thank Woody Anderson Ford for being a part of the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Could not do what we do without them. We could not do what we do without you guys listening to us, giving us and calling the scores. When that phone rings like a telethon at night, that's because of you guys calling in the scores. We appreciate all of that. Hey, that's going to do it. If you missed out on any of the scores, head to the 97.7 ESPN The Zone Twitter page, at 977 ESPN. The guys over there at 97.7 ESPN do a fantastic job of keeping everybody up to date here on the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show. Big thanks to them. Big thanks to you guys. We'll be back at it next week. Round two of the state football playoffs coming your way next Friday. Who's going to get into that third round? Make sure you listen to the show. We'll tell you starting next week.